Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Skiddy Fishing, and today I'm going to be fishing a pocket-sized stream with a pocket-sized rod, but not just any pocket rod. This might actually be the longest pocket rod I've ever fished, coming in at 11.7 feet. This is the Keiryu Rod Co. MiniMax. This is a brand new rod. This is also a tenkara rod, which Keiryu is slightly different from the traditional tenkara method. But looks like Keiryu's kind of expanding their market and trying to, welcome all anglers of all fixed line types. So they have a couple other tenkara type rods too, but this is pretty much their pocket rod. I apologize for the noise today. There is basically a power plant nearby, really random for a high elevation stream, because right now I'm like at 8,600 feet. It is also freezing this morning. Like, we're almost in the 30s, and I'm planning on wet wading today, which is crazy. So this is kind of the condition that I'm working with. You can kind of see that there's a small creek here. Lots of overgrown vegetation. I have fished here before, actually. I really try not to fish the same creek consistently on my channel, but last year this one was really fun, and I thought this would be a great size stream for this rod. It is literally only, what, a couple feet wide, but this creek can actually be 4 to 5 feet deep. It's a very deep creek. Because of that, the trout hold up really well in here. I'm expecting to catch tiger trout and cutthroat trout today, and there's going to be trout of all different size types. Like, some are going to be, 6 inches, and some might even be 16 inches. So with that being said, Keiryu Rod Co. MiniMax, let's see what we can catch. All right. I remembered when I fished the Foxfire here, I was like spooking trout left and right despite how tall this grass is. And I kind of realized with the Foxfire, I was really getting kind of manhandled with the fish. And I realized that a longer rod would have been preferable. But you can see here with this tall bank grass, it's going to be interesting. Oh, that was a hit. It's going to be interesting to see if we get snagged. Because, like, what I really don't want to do is yank it out of the grass with these shorter blanks. I don't know how sensitive this rod is in terms of fragility. So that was totally a trout, by the way. Let's see if I can get him again. Sometimes it's one and done, but that was absolutely, without a doubt, a trout. There we go. Some of the big trout are in these kind of... Oh, there we go. This is a cutthroat trout. Oh, sorry, buddy. Little cutthroat trout. Hell yeah. Oh, and he's already out. Nice. Cool. There we go. Look at that, guys. It smells like the mountains out here. This water is freezing. My hands are wet. Look at that. This is a hybrid cutthroat, by the way. You can kind of see these little beautiful abstract colors. Anyway, I'm going to let this little wiggly guy go. There he goes. Okay, first fish on. Felt pretty decent. Felt like a 6'4" action, if I've ever felt one. Let's see if I can bow and arrow cast in. Oh, nice. Oh, that's a tiger trout. Oh, guys, look, I mean, the car is still in front of me, and I'm already 2 fish in. So far, both fish are the same size, and I think this rod would prefer something bigger. I haven't caught a tiger trout in a while. Look at that. Beautiful little fish. I'd like to get a picture of one at some point, but we'll get a couple more on the board first. All right, guys, well, we're multi-species. 2 fish in, 1 tiger and 1 cutthroat trout. My hands are freezing, like legitimately freezing today. Again though, I really love having this like 12-foot cast that I can kind of be back here for on these big open pockets. Oh, this creek is interesting too because it's another cutthroat. Oh, it's a barbless fly. So it popped off and I'm caught on my hat. That's not good. All right, let's get you back in the water, buddy. I'm sorry, I know. There we go. You guys aren't always gonna see perfection on YouTube, though I'd try my best. Little cutty, guys. There he goes. Better my hat than my eyeballs, though. This is like a 2-weight rods paradise minus the overhanging. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yes, that's a really good one, guys. Yes, I mean, good is relative, I suppose, but yeah, dude, nice, beautiful cutthroat. Let's see, I might get in the water here. It's gonna be chilly. Nice and shallow. I can work with that. Well, that's the best fish of the day so far. We got a nice, beautiful cutthroat trout. Looks like his gill plate is a little short, but I mean, it's probably maybe 7 inches. There he goes. My feet are just starting to get wet. Maybe I'll get out of the water right here. Whew. Kind of feels good, kind of doesn't at the same time. And you can see the sun is just starting to hit the hills here. Let's start here. Lots of little cutthroat, dude. It's crazy. These are actually like hybrid cutthroats. They're kind of genetically 2 different species. Colorado River cutthroat and Yellowstone, though the Yellowstone DNA is probably pretty limited now. There's a herd of livestock up here. There's a whole bunch of sheep. I don't know if you can see them. They're literally all up on the mountain. So you might be able to hear the lambs if you can't hear them over, or if you can hear them over the power plant here. So, by the way, going super minimal today. I just have wading boots. I'm wet wading. I just have a couple packs on me. Fanny pack and a Tenkara Rod Co hit pack. Big fan of that. And it feels good. It feels really good to go kind of minimal today. And perhaps maybe that is one phenomenon that I like with a pocket rod. So before I take my next cast, I'll kind of explain this. I find the pack rod concept hilarious with a tenkara rod because really all tenkara rods to me are pack rods. Like coming from like, you know, a somewhat Western fly fishing background, trying to be minimalist with that. I mean, even like the Mizuchi, which is super long collapsed, is still a pack rod to me because it's still smaller than most fly rods in like 4 pieces or 2 pieces and a tube and all that stuff. So really, like all tenkara rods are pack rods by nature. So a pocket rod makes more sense to me. I don't necessarily buy pocket rods because I want that to be my primary rod, but I think it's more practical to get a pocket rod for packability, if anything. But really what I like to buy these for are like backup rods, right? I mean, they can pack in your pack, you can fish your primary rod, and then you end up catching or you end up breaking your rod, which, true story, I did that with my Ragnarok, and I had a Talon Mini on me, and I was able to continue fishing because of it. I mean, 2 different lengths of a rod, but you mean, really, I could make any length work on this creek today if I really wanted to. I mean, sometimes short rods are limited, and sometimes, in some ways, this long rod is limited. But if I want to go like super packable, that is perhaps one way I would look at it, is getting a pocket rod. All right, well, I walked all the way down to the substation, so I'm gonna give myself basically the distance between here and my car, but I can't go any higher because of the lamb. So I think I'll start right about where this little power pole is, and see if we can catch a couple. I mean, seriously, a 12-inch would be just perfect, and I know they're in here, but it's been kind of a backwards morning. I actually fished up where last year, where they all were. I mean, there were literally a lot of big fish just tucked away in those holes up there, but I think with all the livestock drinking out of the stream, it just is what it is, and it's fine. I mean, gotta share the waters, including with animals. So I'm definitely not put off by it, but there's a little pool right here. Perhaps we'll just sneak behind there and see. But oh man, it smells so good out here. It just smells like wild. If I catch a trout, I can release it right downstream from me, which is nice. So hopefully we can catch one here. Oh yeah, one pull into the other. Looks like here, see, like, hands are wet on the grass, and it's a cutty. Come on, buddy, come on. All right. It was a lot smaller than I thought it was. I saw the flash and everything. Oh. Look, another little cutty. It's a slightly bigger one. Let's come down. I don't think I'm gonna catch much more out of here. Hey there, buddy. I mean, again, this is about where the size starts to feel more admirable. I mean, for 99.9% of anyone who's fishing, that's a really small trout, right? So, fun little pocket. Probably could have caught a couple more had I not jumped down here, but the biggest one would have come out already. Let's do one bow and arrow cast here. Nice. All right. That's a bigger one. That's a bigger one. That one's putting some fight to the... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, guys. Heck yeah. Let's keep them tight. Oh, yeah, dude. Is that my 12-incher? That might be my 12-incher. Dude, that's a tiger trout. It's a big tiger trout. Look at that. That is what I'm talking about, guys. Yes. Oh man. Nice. Wow. See, okay, so this action is actually a lot more robust than I thought, because I knew I had something bigger, but it wasn't like super obvious. So I do think that is the appropriate size trout for this water. Let me walk him in the water here real quick, and I'll release him right here in this little back pool. Yeah, guys. Okay, so we got him at 6 and, wait for it, 6 and just barely breaking the 12-inch mark. Just barely. Wow. Okay. Look at that, guys. How freaking cool. Just beautiful, beautiful tiger trout. Probably gonna swim off here in a second. Now he can be king of the pool here for a little bit. Okay, we got our 12-incher, and it was a tiger. That's freaking crazy. I literally said, if it wasn't gonna be a 12, I wanted a little tiger, and I was not expecting that particular one to be. And you know, it's funny, is I've been starting to skip really tight sections like this because I just didn't think they were gonna hold much. All right, guys, finished where I started. So that is the MiniMax from Keiryu Rod Co. It's nice. I like the handle. It's actually a little more robust than I was thinking it was going to be. I mean, it definitely has some backbone. So I'd say 9 to 12 inches is your sweet spot. You can definitely catch a fish probably 14 to 15 inches before you're kind of sweating bullets. But again, that's just in this little tiny creek. So who knows? Like, you could be in a big river, big fish, deep run. The blanks are a little bit shorter. So, you know, be careful where you're casting a rod like this in some, like, you know, some of those deep, fast runs, just because you don't really have a lot of blank in between each one for that backbone. So it's not really the rod I would want to like whip if your fly was stuck in a tree to try to get it out. You're really going to want to kind of finesse it, but when you have a fish hooked, it seems pretty dang sturdy. So I like it. Definitely not a beaded nymph type of rod. If you are, just stay light beads, that will be just fine. But I got high holed by a bunch of lamb today. That's totally fine. I'm pretty sure they're right where the big fish are, so I might have to come back a different day. But overall, this is really fun. Thank you, Dave, for sending this over to the channel. I think what I'm gonna do next is probably take a bunch of different pocket rods and fish them kind of together in a future video here, since I have quite a few now. But this one definitely has a place in the arsenal of Skiddy fishing. I'm not gonna be letting go of this one. So anyway, you guys rock. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe below. And definitely comment if you have any questions. I may not have answered every question that you have on this. So with that being said, we'll see you guys on the next adventure. Tight lines, everyone.